Hey, what's up everyone? Hope you guys are all doing well. Today we're taking a look at the Roam Party Mod snowboard. I'm gonna go through all the tech and I'll share my thoughts on how it felt out on the mountain as well. Let's get right into it. All right, so the Party Mod is a freestyle focused board on the Roam lineup. It's a true twin with a twin flex and it runs a flat to rocker profile. So this board's gonna be flat through most of the middle of the board out to the insert packs, and then outside the inserts here on the nose and tail, it's gonna have rocker going out to the tips. And there's a couple other pieces of tech I wanna highlight on this snowboard. It has some carbon built into it, and you can actually see on the nose and tail where these carbon hot rods are built into the core of the board here. Roam calls it their double V carbon hot rods, and basically right here, there's gonna be some carbon going from the nose out this way, kind of in a V shape out underneath your bindings here on both sides. So there's two pieces of carbon in the nose, two pieces of carbon in the tail, just to help give this board a little bit more energy and a little bit more pop. You're also gonna get what Roam calls their impact plates in this board, and that's basically just some added woven fiberglass underfoot to help dampen out any vibrations that make their way from the tips out to your feet, particularly on those higher impact situations on landings or if you're going over choppy snow, just to help give you a bit more comfortable, more damp ride. As far as the flex goes on the Party Mod, I'd say it's right around a mid flex, maybe just on the softer side of medium. And it does feel a little bit more playful out in the tips of the snowboard if you're leaning into a press or anything like that because of the rocker that you're gonna find in the profile. And with that rocker in the nose and tail, the way it feels is you can kind of lean and get a small press going in the nose or tail with very minimal effort. And then you're gonna start to feel the tension in the board load up. So you can actually lean into it further, get a nice tall press going, load tension into the board, and actually get some pretty nice pop out of it as well. You know, a lot of times with boards that have that rocker built into the profile, particularly boards that don't have camber built into it as well, sometimes you really can't get that much pop out of them, or they just feel like they don't have as much energy. But I found the Party Mod actually did have some nice energy to offer. I think those carbon hot rods in the nose and tail really come through and help you out with that. You know, any situation where you do have that energy loaded up in the nose or tail, it does come through with some extra boost and helps give you some nice pop in those situations. You know, in any situation where you're looking for that, whether that's a side hit, a natural feature, or something in the park as well. For reference, guys, I rode this board in a 153 and I weigh around 150 pounds, and I really enjoyed the overall feel of the board. For carving and exploring, I think this board did have a pretty good feel to it. It runs a 7.8 meter side cut, which I'd say is a little bit above average for a 153, but still felt comfortable at a wide variety of speeds, didn't feel off at slow speeds on the approach to features, and held up pretty well, cruising at higher speeds as well. It does have some decent stability to it for carving. It feels pretty comfortable and in control, even as you start going pretty fast, getting it up to higher speeds. But I still wouldn't say it's a high-speed charger. You know, it is flat to rocker. You might get a little bit of chatter in the nose and tail as you start to get it up to those higher speeds. But at the end of the day, I would say it's pretty capable for that type of riding as well, and isn't really gonna hold you back as you're out there exploring. And while this board does come through with a versatile feel, it's gonna be fairly capable doing that all mountain style exploring. It really does shine the most in the park and doing more freestyle focused riding. I found this to be a really fun all-around park board. It's got a good feel on rails, but still comes through with enough stability to start hitting some bigger jumps. You know, I was hitting the medium line out at Keystone and felt pretty solid out there. But overall, I would say it is slightly more jib leaning. You know, with this camber profile, that flat section has a nice feel for locking into rails for 50/50s, gives you a nice platform sliding sideways on rails as well, while that rocker is gonna make it a little bit easier to get into presses. Without having to put in too much effort. You know, it's a fairly pressable snowboard for doing those more technical tricks, but that combined with the flex and the carbon built into it still gives this board some great stability for jumping as well. So overall, really enjoyed this board all over the park. I think it felt great on rails, but still was a lot of fun spinning on jumps as well, and just working on all around freestyle progression. As far as downsides go, obviously this is a park-focused true twin snowboard, so powder's not gonna be a specialty. That rocker in the nose and tail may help you out a little bit, but at the end of the day, if you're taking this board out on a deep day, I definitely would suggest setting your stance back to help this thing float. Also, while it does offer some decent stability, I wouldn't say that it's like a super stable snowboard. You know, it still has a fairly playful feel with that flex just on the softer side of medium. And it does come through with some decent pop, but this thing's not gonna send you to the moon. You know, with the rocker in the profile and no camber, it is a little bit limited with how much energy you can load up into this. Overall, this has been one of the most fun park boards I've been able to test this season. I think for you more experienced riders, this is gonna be a great choice as like a daily driver, as an all-around freestyle board. If you're looking for that freestyle progression, I think that this board's definitely gonna help deliver that for you. A little bit playful and lacking stability for all mountain riding, but a ton of fun in the park and looking for those natural features and doing freestyle stuff. I think it could also be a great choice for beginners as just an all-around daily driver out there learning the fundamentals. This thing's gonna give you a nice, predictable, manageable feel. It's gonna be something you can progress with and definitely learn the fundamentals of park riding as well. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, make sure to check out the Rome Party Mod. I'm gonna have it linked down below if you wanna check it out. If you've had a chance to ride this board, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. You can leave any questions there for me as well. Give the video a like if you got some value out of it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more snowboard reviews, guys. I really appreciate it. And if you want to see some behind the scenes with the reviews, you can hit me up on Instagram @BoardArchive. Hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you in a new video next time. Later, guys.